Should be passing me the blanket thing. No, that the sheet. Thanks. Hi, y'all. Welcome to the channel, you guys. Happy 4th of July. If you guys celebrate, happy 4th, happy holidays to you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome to the live. All subscribers, old and new, welcome. How are you guys doing today? Y'all, what's going on? What are you guys doing? How are you guys celebrating? If you are celebrating, are you guys at work? What is going on? What is tea? Let me know. I don't really have a topic today, you guys. I just want to come on here and see how everybody was doing and checking in with all you guys and see where the live takes us. Y'all know I am in the process of crocheting a project. Whatever it turns out to be, it will be. but yeah, you guys, how you guys doing? How has Friday been teaching? You guys, it's Friday. Happy weekend, okay? Happy holidays and happy weekend. Like, what do you guys have planned for the weekend? We've been talking about this. Everybody loves the weekend. So, what do you guys got going on? Are you guys working or y'all? I'm cold. I'm cold. Okay, I had to bust this out because your girl is cold out here in these Arusha streets, okay, of Tanzania. But yeah, you guys, so how's everything going? How has it been? How are you guys doing with all the things you guys want to get done? Are you persevering? Are you giving up for the holidays? Which is understandable, you guys. I know a lot of us sometimes we just, chill out when it's the holidays. We don't even think about our goals or dreams or anything. And I understand, like, it's okay. We talked about this yesterday. It's okay to just rest. Okay. It is okay. If you got a nap, whatever, you know, a lot of times, you guys, like, if you're watching, thumbs up the live. Welcome. Say hello. How are you guys doing? How is your holiday? Happy 4th to you. If you celebrate, you guys, sometimes like we definitely need to just sit back and not take in all of the stress and anxieties of life because y'all, especially if you have like kids and things like that, like things get sometimes can be intense. Things can get intense, okay? And if you are not reading yourself, paying attention to yourself and knowing, okay, I'm at my boiling point, y'all, you can drive yourself crazy, okay? So if you are deciding that for the holiday, if you're off and you don't want to even deal with other people, you're not trying to go to nobody's cookout, you're not trying to hear nobody's fireworks about nothing, okay? You just want to chill back in your bed and relax and rest, do that. Do that. You'll be better off for everybody. You know what I mean? You'll be better off for yourself and for everybody else. Because, y'all, I feel like a lot of us, we are not listening to ourselves. We are not listening to our bodies. We are not, you know, drinking our water. I tell you guys all the time, drink that water, and it affects us, it affects you, it affects me. Like, we definitely need to listen to ourselves sometimes. Like, I was telling you guys yesterday how, I didn't really do much yesterday. And if I think about it, well, I didn't wash today. I did laundry today, y'all. I did wash and, I did the normal things like feed the kids and all the things like that, but anything extra, I didn't really do. And it's okay. And I want to let you know it's okay. Like, if you're not, on this continuous go, 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 go mentality, like, it's okay. It is okay, honey. Like, enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your days off. If you're getting that overtime, time and a half of the holiday, Enjoy that, if that's what you want to decide to do. But y'all know how I feel about always giving your days off away. Make sure you're taking some time for yourself to rest and recoup and, treat your body well. We only have that one body, you guys. Treat it well. How are you guys spending the holiday? Let me know. Is anybody eating something different, something really good? Y'all, after a while, really, I don't celebrate the holidays anymore, but like after a while, like if you really think about it, it's the same thing over and over again when it comes to like food. Hey, Bamboo. Hey, how are you? What are you watching me on right now? What are you watching me on? Tell me what's going on. What time is it? It's early. Anyway, welcome to live. Thumbs up the live, please and thank you. That is funny. It's cold. What are you guys doing for the holiday? Are you guys eating the same? Are you guys eating anything good? I was just saying, like, these holidays, like, it's all good if you celebrate them or whatever, but like the food, I feel like the food is always repetitive. It's always the same kind of barbecue. It's always the same kind of, For me, when I was celebrating the holidays, like the best part of it was like the family time. Like I really enjoyed, the family time and hanging out with my peoples, getting, being a little ghetto, being, because it's fun. It is fun when you're hanging out with your peoples and you can let your hair down and be a little dramatic, be a little crazy. Now, some of us, we all have those family members that don't need to be coming to the cookout. They need to just stay at home, stay at home and sleep. But I guess it wouldn't be a family function without a few, ridiculous family members. But yeah, y'all, nothing much happening here today except we had a few workers, doing some things on the farm. And yeah, it was a pretty easy going day, nothing too major. I I don't know. Yeah, I told you guys yesterday I was supposed to go out with my neighbor slash friend today, but we didn't do that. So that's for tomorrow. We're doing that tomorrow, you guys. And yeah, you guys, like as I was saying, like you definitely need to take that time to relax and rejuvenate yourself because it gets to be kind of crazy sometimes. It definitely, even if you're not doing a whole 9 to 5, if it's just about your family or whatever, and like the regular day in day out stuff, there's gonna be those times. There's definitely gonna be those times where like things are just so crazy, and you just need to like step back, take a, like get away from the kids for a little bit, whatever the case may be, go take an early shower and then another one. You know what I mean? Um, it gets to be, kind of crazy sometimes, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that you are any less of a parent or or that you are not a superhuman, like, like you believe everybody else is. No, it just means it's time for you to, take some time for yourself. And recoup and regenerate and then be able to, pour into yourself. It's so important, you guys, to pour into yourself so you're able to pour into others, especially your family. Because yeah, like I feel like a lot of times we give a lot more to our families as well as the world and everybody else, the job, everything, and you're basically left with scraps for yourself. And that should not be the case. Whatever time you need, take it. Okay. Like find that relative that you trust that can watch your babies or whatever, or, a good friend, whatever the case may be. But you definitely need to figure out a spouse. If you have a spouse, like you definitely need to figure out the best way to be able to function. Like, like it's hard enough in this world, like that you have to, you can't make time for yourself. You have to find ways to make time for yourself. It's healthy. It's not selfish. It's healthy. And I was thinking about, what I was thinking about earlier. I was like, self preservation. Self preservation, you guys, is that is that selfish? I don't think self-preservation is selfish. I think it's definitely something that it definitely has a negative connotation to it, but it's not selfish. Like self-preservation, you have to preserve yourself. You have to do things to, make sure, oh no, to make sure that you are able to keep on moving and going. Just like when you're in the plane or whatever, and they make you take the oxygen first or whatever, self preservation. If you feel like you're underwater in life, in your home or whatever, and your mind is just like every which way, self preservation. It's not selfish. It is not selfish for you to need to take the time out that you need, however long that may be. Like, I don't mind. I'm all for it. If you are able to take a week or two away from your home, if that's where your struggle is, or if it's your job and it's time to cash in those sick days, because y'all know y'all be sitting on those sick days trying to pile them up. You know what I mean? Like whatever the case may be, home, work, people that are just in your life for no reason. Like self-preservation is important. Okay, if you don't preserve your sanity and your health and your, oh my gosh, what did I just do, and your good vibes, like, you're no good to anybody. You're not good to yourself. You're not good to anybody else. So self-preservation is important, you guys. It's not selfish. It is not selfish by any means. Um, Preserve your energy, preserve your health, preserve your morale, preserve your all the things. Your sanity is important, okay? Especially if you have children and a spouse and people you have that look up to you, like we're no good to nobody if we're not good to ourselves, y'all. We're no good to nobody if we're not good to ourselves. And I'm learning that more and more every day. Like I have to be on my game where it comes to my mentality and how I take things. And I'm doing a lot more speaking up these days. If I need correction in something, like I need to, you know what I mean? Like sometimes, especially, I don't know, I can only speak from a woman's point of view. I can't speak from a man's point of view. But a lot of times as women, like we are all in our heads all the time about, what this person said, what this person said that, and all the things, and our traumas and dramas. And a lot of times it takes nothing but to speak up and ask questions about you know, whatever you are, like, gung ho in your mind about. Like sometimes it could be absolutely nothing, and you're not going to know that if you're just basically fighting the fight by yourself in your own mind, you know? So absolutely, like that's another form of self-preservation. Like speak up. Speak up. Like find out what's tea. Like find out if somebody said something to you and you don't really know. Oof. Oof. Oh, you guys. Yeah, somebody like says something to you and you don't really know like what they meant by that, whatever. And instead of going to them, you just all in your head, like, having a whole fight and conversation for them, with you about it, all this other stuff. Like, nah, no, guys, like get out of your own head and ask the questions, make them clarify, and then you can decide if it was, you can decide for yourself what actions need to be taken after that. Like self-preservation starts with your mentality too. Like, like your mental, you need to know what's going on in your mind. You need to, sometimes our mind, because, I think a lot of times people say too, like, excuse me, like our hearts, y'all, my yarn is just totally messed up right now. Sometimes they say that like our hearts is what fools us, and we have to listen to our minds, but sometimes it's our minds too, you know what I mean? Like we be in our heads about all sorts of stuff, and then and really and truly, like we make mountains out of molehills sometimes in our minds. And because I'm telling you, I was that girl that was like, and it's a constant battle, and it's a constant, checking in with myself, like be in my head, like, oh, like did they mean it this way, like did they mean it that way, like what did I do, like I didn't think I did that, and yada da da, and a whole scenario. Okay, maybe two, maybe three. But and all of that could have been, all that, you know turmoil, that's all inside of you, like could have been checked from jump if you just ask the questions like, can you explain that? Can you expand on that? Can you let me know what do you mean by that? Like did I offend you, or did you mean to offend me? Like whatever, however you want to phrase it, depending on who you're speaking with, and I think I'm gonna have to cut this and just. I hate when and it's not me. I didn't even do this really. It's the yarn. But yeah, you guys, like self-preservation, preserve your happy, preserve your joy, preserve your stability of mind, preserve it. Like it's important. It's important because you are important. Um, Stop going into a whole dramatic, you know, situation in your mind, a whole conflict in your mind that never took place. That never took place, you know what I mean? And it's just because you have not asked the right questions, you are not preserving your happy, you are going on a whole whirlwind. And really and truly, like half the time, like we talked about this yesterday, like people don't care. People don't care. Like the whole thing you got going on right now, like that did not happen. That did not happen. The person did not think that or say that or meant that in that way. Nobody's thinking about that. No, nobody cares. Like that's not what's going on. It's your own demons. It's your own demons. Like you have to check yourself. Check yourself. Think about what you got going on, and then work at it. You know what I mean? Work at it, and continuously, guys, continuously learn about yourself and check on yourself, and know what's what. Know what's what. Like when I tell you, like your girl is self aware. I'm sure there's more to be learned. There's always more to be learned about yourself, but I'm a lot more self aware now than I ever was, and that is important. Like, I know I can go on a whole tangent about what somebody possibly was thinking, y'all, possibly was thinking. Like, how do I know what somebody was thinking? You know what I mean? Just based off of what they had said or whatever. And it's like, nah, like, mm-mm. So yeah, I had to learn that. Yeah, I be tripping. I be tripping. My mind be tripping, and I just, and it's not just because it's because from past traumas and all this other stuff and false friendships that I let go of too late, in the game and not soon enough type of situation, and other things, it's okay to love people from afar. It's okay to love people from afar that are cause that either you are tied to them by blood and it's like they just cause you heartache. Like it's okay. I love you from afar. You are a family. I love you from afar. It's better that way than to every time you guys will get together, you're in your mind having a whole argument, and preparing your whole body, like you have that whole lump in your throat, your chest is like going like this or whatever, because you're preparing yourself for some kind of conflict. Like, no, I'm not living like that anymore. I'm not living like that anymore. Like, and you shouldn't either. Like, it is no fun. It is not, y'all. I'm so upset right now. I'm not upset, but this is annoying, and I don't even know when this happens, y'all. Every hobby, everything you do, anything you learn, like, there's always a way to like irk your soul. And when it comes to crocheting, if you know, you know, that's when this stuff happens. But yeah, you guys, you definitely want to preserve your happy, preserve your joy. We are fighting tooth and nail up in this channel. Okay, the Jamaican joys. We already know we are about finding our joy or creating it, and by no means will we just bow down to other people and basic or things or situations and give away, our happy. Nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay, if you find yourself struggling, like I'm struggling with this yarn right now, if you find yourself, you know, about to head into that, into, you know, triggers and a whole scenario in your mind over something, and like talk, the same way you can let your mind go on a whole tangent about nothing that didn't even occur yet, is the same way you can check in with yourself and make sure that, okay, yeah, I know I'm tripping right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to know yourself enough to know when you're tripping. Know yourself enough to know when you bugging out and that the scenario is not the scenario and you just need to chill. But on the same hand, on the flip side of that, you have to know your peoples too. You have to know, who you align yourself with and who you feel, because sometimes, sometimes people do be coming at you sideways. And, but that's when you have to know, you guys, love people from afar, like I said, or cut them off. Cut them off. Like they won't care. They won't care. They will not care. Don't let people walk all over you. Don't do things that, just because people are asking you to and you really don't want to. Like, love up on you enough to be able to say no to stuff. Love up on yourself enough to be able to say no when you don't want to do something. That's a great form of self-love. Say no. You don't want to go. You don't want to go. You know what I mean? Like you just want to be home, you want to chill, you want to crochet, you want to you want to do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Like you're not in the mood. You're not in the mood. And it's not to say you love the person any less. It's not to say that you don't want to hang out with your crew. It's not to say that you don't adore your family. It's just like you're grown. Like you don't have to want to do something. You don't always have to be at the party. Like, you know what I mean? You don't always have to be at the cookout. You don't always have to, attend every event. You know what I mean? Y'all been there. Been there. And I think I honestly, I kind of feel like that stems from our childhood where like, our parents dragged us everywhere we had everywhere. Whether we wanted to go or not, we were being dragged to go. So as you get older, you kind of develop that thing where it's like, oh, my friend wants me to go there, and I'm going, knowing you don't want to go. You just want to stay home and chill. Now, some people are great at it. Some people will definitely just, not do that. Thumbs up the live, you guys, as you come on in. Thumbs up alive and say hello. Some people are good at saying no, but I feel like some people just love themselves way too much because they always say no. But that's okay. We can definitely learn from that. Like love yourself enough to say no when you want to say no. It's not that hard. It's not that serious. And really and truly, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares because if they truly appreciate you enough or care enough for you, like they'll understand. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to want to be home. It's okay to just want to chill on. It's okay. And yeah, I know I'm an introvert, so it may sound like I'm just trying to recruit introverts and stuff, but it's true though. It's like, you know, sometimes we don't want to be at the party. We don't want to be at like it's okay. Say no. But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys are having an amazing time though. Whatever the case may be for your holiday. If you're at work, I hope work is going easy breezy. If you are um at a cookout or whatever, I hope the food is bomb. You know, if you are hosting, I hope everybody appreciates it. You know, y'all, I really, man, Sibi, you got something I can use to cut? Yeah, I was like really like, huh? No? Yeah, you can check on Journey at the same time, I guess. It should be like right on the bed. I don't know what I did here. So upset. I'm gonna have to cut this, y'all, and then attach. It's fine. But yeah, you guys, preserve your happiness, preserve your peace, preserve your sense of self worth, preserve um your joy. Preserve it all. Preserve your talents and your creativity because there are those people out there like that. If you introduce them to the stuff that you're doing, or if you let them know what you got going on, that's why people talk about don't tell everybody what you be up to, because there are people out there who are basically dream killers and all that stuff. So preserve it. Preserve yourself and your state of mind and your state of being. I was low key like really tired today, you guys. Like, um, yeah, the day just kind of, I don't know, the day made me tired for some reason. I don't know what it was. Something in the air, but I always feel a little bit more lively when I come and talk to you guys. My daughter went to get scissors because I don't know. Look y'all. Look what happened. This is what happens when you can y'all see that? There you go. Like, what is going on? What is going on? So I'm gonna have to cut it, and then it's because this yarn is like coming apart. So yeah, before I do too much damage, and put it down for a sec. Thank you. So yeah, y'all. So what is going on for this weekend? I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. Well, I do know. I do know. Tomorrow I am going out. I'm going out, doing a little shopping with a friend, and then yeah, um, what's tomorrow's what? Tomorrow's Saturday, and then on Sunday I'm just going. I think for really and truly, you guys, up until probably Monday, I'm just gonna be relaxing and chilling, whatever. I'll definitely come on here and say what's up to you guys and see how you guys are doing. The kids go back to school on Tuesday, so I got prep my mind. I gotta prep my mind and my soul and my spirit for all that. Back to getting up at 5 a.m. You know, but it's fine. All right, now make a cut, Lord. What do I make a cut? Just make a cut right here on the string so that I don't do anything unnecessary. So yeah, I that's basically what we're gonna be doing, just prepping for the kids to go back to school, and then probably next week is when I'm going to start attacking the things I've been wanting to attack, like my closet, my accessory board. Oh, it's under her bed. The board is actually under her bed, you guys. I told you about that yesterday. I have a board for my accessories, and I'm going to be doing that. Maybe I'll do that with you guys on what's a good day? What's a good day? Maybe I should do it Monday. No, 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 no. Maybe I'll do it Sunday. I know I don't really come on here on Sundays, but maybe Sunday might be a good day because Sunday might be the last day where I get to do a live around this late hour, my late hours. It's still afternoon for you guys, but it's my late hour. Because my daughter will be asleep by then. She'll be asleep for school and stuff. So, but I could do a seven. I could do a seven. Because my seven is you guys' lunchtime. Like it's like noon for you guys. Am I gonna want to do that though? Am I gonna want to do that? I don't know. I have to see, guys. I have to decide what's the best time that I want to do that with you all and what day. Um, but I feel like being that they start school on Tuesday, that it'll go by. The week will go by pretty fast. You know what I mean? Um, and then maybe I'll just do it like on Friday, where I can, do it whatever time I want to do it here. Um, I don't know. I haven't think about that. 'Cause it's not just me here. It's not just me, sitting here talking with you guys. It's actually me doing something, and I'm gonna need to do it. It's gonna take me a little bit of time, and also, I'm a girl, so I'm gonna want to try a couple of things on as I put them on the board. Oh my lord, what did I do? Um, so yeah. I want to make sure that I come out all the way. But well, you guys, I hope you guys have some amazing plans for the weekend. What you guys got going on for Saturday? I'm guessing people go back to work on Saturday. I don't remember like the holiday, like how the holiday falls, like especially for the fourth. Like if it's like a whole weekend off or if it's just for the day. I don't remember. I don't remember because I haven't been in the States in some time. But yeah. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow Saturday. I'm gonna be out. I low key feel like I might want to do a much later, um, a much later live. But for me, because I told you I'm a night owl. I'll be up anyway. For me, it'd probably be like a two a.m. situation, where for you guys it'll be like I want to say, let me see, because your 12 is my well, if it's two, let me see, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Yeah, 7. I thought it was 7. Yeah, so it'll be like 7 p.m. you guys' time. So I don't know. I might consider that. I might consider that. If I wanted to come back on, like if I want to do that on for like like tomorrow night or something, um, I would consider that because that means I won't have to run. I mean, I'm gonna be home early enough anyway for our regular live, but if I wanted to push it back, you know, and then I can also do my accessories around that time, that shouldn't be no problem. But I don't know. It's been a long time since I've done a live that late for me. It's one thing to be awake, and it's one thing to have to be on live and chatting with you guys with lighting and everything else, and not just like in my bed or something, which I don't really do. Um, but yeah, but we'll see. Y'all, I totally, okay, at this point, I'm just gonna have to just jump in, fold this over, and just jump on in. Let's start from where, Lord, where should I do it here? But okay, y'all, the struggle is real. I'm just gonna jump on in and then fix. But yeah, guys, definitely find ways to preserve your energy, preserve your happiness, preserve your joy, preserve your sense of peace, preserve your good friendships, and all the things. Oh no, what did I do now? Okay, you know the things that matter to you, you will preserve. The things that matter to you, you'll go after. I've learned that too. Like, there's things that there's definitely things that are important enough to people to where they will um oops they'll make an effort. They will make an effort. So make an effort on yourself, you guys are worth it. You're worth it. Make an effort for yourself, for all the things. Hope you guys are having fun today, though, like really and truly. Like, there's nothing like some good old fun, you guys, like whatever it is, like some good old fashioned, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Some good old fashioned fun. Like, hope you guys are having an amazing time today, whatever you guys decide to do. Okay, put that in here and pull down. And the best thing, like when you're doing something like this and you're able to fix it, it definitely gives you a sense of like, yay. That's a pleasure, you know. Okay, let's see. That looks kind of ugly right there, but it'll definitely get fixed along the way. Boom, y'all. It's the craziness for me. But anyway, guys, hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you guys are loving up on yourselves and your families and whoever you guys are hanging out with this during this holiday. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, you guys. Thumbs up the live, all the good things. Um, Notification bell so you can get all the uploads and posts. I am going to go and finish, continue doing this. And yeah, you guys, um, be blessed, y'all. Preserve your love, preserve your happy, preserve your good health, and all the things, okay? All the things that you are blessed with, okay? Preserve that. So more can come. All right? You guys be blessed. Have an amazing day, an amazing weekend. We'll definitely be touching base again. Per usual, you know, your girl is here. Okay. And yeah, find your joy, guys. Find your joy or create it.